Okay, so we've got the Yankees versus the Phillies here. We're about to see one of the worst throws that I've seen in my life, and I can't really talk because I made a similar throw in a Major League game against the Milwaukee Brewers. If you want to see it, just type in Matt Antonelli, horrible throw, you'll see it. It's embarrassing. This is pretty close to it, though. This might exceed it. So we get a really poor throw here, but we also get some smart play by Nestor Cortez, the pitcher for the Yankees. So I want to look at this play from both an offensive and a defensive perspective. We'll start with the offensive perspective. So it's a 3-1 game. Phillies are losing. It's the fifth inning. And we have here, Realmuto hits a single to right field. We have a runner on second base. And so we've got to throw this ball home. So you're going to see, I believe this is Rizzo here. He's going to start to work this way to be the cutoff man, or you can call him the relay man, but I like to call him the cutoff man. Second baseman's going to come this way. We're going to field the ball in right field, and we're going to throw it to the absolute moon. That ball is thrown so high that it goes out of the screen for a good amount of time. I mean, you can't see the ball. Here it comes. Here comes the ball. So we jump. We're nowhere close, at least 5 feet over our head. But Nestor Cortez there to back up, throw the ball to third. We tag him out, and we get super excited. Right? So let's go back here, and let's break this play down. So again, we know man on second base, any single to the outfield, we're going to be throwing 4. Any ball to right field, first baseman is going to be the cutoff man. So first baseman is going to work in this way. He's going to get in line. Second baseman is going to work the first. Shortstop is going to work the second. Third baseman is going to go to third. Now, I actually think, again, is this Rizzo right here? I think that's Rizzo. He's a left-handed first baseman. I think he's probably a little bit too far out this way. So he could probably be a little bit deeper. His main goal right here is to be able to cut the ball off and redirect it if this batter runner decides to go to second base. At the major league level, we very rarely cut the ball off and throw it home. Most outfielders in the big leagues can reach in a one hop to the plate. That's what we're really looking for. We're looking for a ball that's going to be through the cutoff man's head or the relay man's head, again, whatever you like to call it. But we want to be through their head. We want to have a one bounce play to the catcher. So again, we can cut it and redirect it to second if we feel like that runner is going to be safe. We also don't want to throw the ball so high that we're getting this right here. So the runner is stopping at third. So what really should happen here, again, if this ball is thrown lower, then we can just cut the ball off. We keep first and third, and we don't give up a run. And you can see as that runner right here, well, I guess you can't see him. You can see him right there. You can see his feet right there. So when that ball was thrown excessively high, he just makes his way to second base. And so he's reading the height of the throw as he rounds first base right here. He's reading the height of the throw. If he reads the ball is too high to be cut off, well, then he's just going to continue to second base. If the ball is thrown lower, he can't continue. He's going to stop at first base. So that's the first reason why we want to throw the ball low. Now, the technique here, let's go technique, because you can see from this position right here, that position right there, his body is set up to basically throw the ball 150 feet in the air, and that's where the ball goes. So not the greatest technique, but we'll talk technique in other videos. I just wanted to show that quick. Now, backing up, super important. As a pitcher, I always tell all of our pitchers, if a ball is put in play, especially with runners on base, and you're just standing still, you're doing something wrong. You should never be on this mound when a ball's hit in play. Go back up a base. And so if there's a runner on second and we have a single, we're going to back up home. If there's a runner on first and there's a single, we're going to go back up third. So we're always going to back up. If it's a single, a ball on the ground, it's a single, we're going to back up 2 bases ahead of the lead runner. So if the lead runner's at second, we're going to back up home. If the lead runner's on first, we're going to back up third. So on a single, always back up 2 bases ahead of the lead runner. On a fly ball with less than 2 outs, so on a fly ball, we're going to back up 1 base ahead of the lead runner because they're going to tag up in most cases. So runner on second, fly ball to the outfield, we're going to back up third base because that's 1 base ahead of the lead runner on a fly ball. If there's a runner at third, fly ball to the outfield, we're going to back up home. When we back up, we want to make sure we're in line with the thrower and the receiver. So we're in line. We want to make sure that we're far enough back that we're not allowing the ball to get over his head, or maybe it's a short hop and it bounces past him and then also bounces past us. So you need to make sure that you're far enough back that you can read the ball, react to the ball, and it won't get past both the receiver and the backup man. Now on this one, he sees this ball's a mile high and he just kind of parks himself right where he's able to catch it. So really heads up play, catches the ball, runner, as you're rounding third. Well, we'll get to the offensive perspective in a minute, but again, as you're rounding third, you do have to keep an eye up here. You see that the ball is high, but your eyes got to flash and see where the backup man is. If you see no one backing up, right, you see that a guy's just standing out here, well, then you can continue on home. But he gets a little bit too far. We get the cut, we get the throw back to third, and we get the runner. So good job here. I think that's LeMahieu right there getting the third base. And so everybody is going to have a bag again. Second baseman goes to first, shortstop goes to second, third baseman goes to third, catcher is at home, first baseman is the cutoff man, pitcher is the backup. So this, if you watch this as a coach, as a parent, if you watch it as a player, I yell this all the time in our games because pitchers have a tendency, especially youth pitchers, that just want to stand around. And that doesn't just happen at the youth level. It happens at all levels. It happens at the big league level. Sometimes pitchers get so frustrated. Man, I just gave up a single to right field. They're going to score a run here. And they just freeze. They don't go anywhere. Cortez quickly moves into position and he just saves himself a possible run. If he's not there, that's a run, right? But he gets out of an inning. So huge play by him. You have to help your players understand that you got to move on. It's a single, who cares? Go to the next play, get off the mound and go back up. So really, really good job by him. From an offensive perspective, again, I kind of already hit on a little bit, but once you hit that ball as a runner running the first base, as the batter runner, you're reading ball flight. So he reads ball flight. He takes off for second. Really, really good job by him. And then as you're rounding third, I know it can be difficult, but as you're rounding third, your third base coach is telling you whether to score or not, right? So this ball's hit the right field. You're not turning your head and looking back. So my guess is he's holding him up, right? So as this ball is being fielded right here, he fields the ball. The third base coach is typically going to see, okay, has my runner already hit third base before this guy fields it? I'm probably going to send them. If this guy's fielding it before he hits third base, I'm probably going to hold him. Now, it depends on speed of the runner. It depends on the arm strength and depth of the outfielder. There's a lot that goes into it. But he's probably holding him up right here. At this point, it's too late for him to then say, oh, the throw's high. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So he's holding him up. And as the runner, as you round third base, now you've got to be aware of the situation. You've got to be aware of where the backup players are. You're turning third. You're then able to kind of see the ball. But obviously he gets a little too far. And let's see, I don't know if we can see. We can't see, if I push this over as far as possible, we can't see exactly what the third base coach is doing. At this point, I'm guessing he already said hold up and then doesn't really know what to do and then just says, you're an idiot. So not doing a whole lot. Again, my guess is that he held the runner up and that was the end of it and was surprised that he came off that far. But anyways, hopefully this makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions. Make sure the big point defensively, pitchers, backup bases. Never stand around. If you're standing on the mound after the ball is put in play, you're doing something wrong. Go back up a base. You can save yourself a run.